Hello and welcome to Cricket Combox, talking about the third T20I being played at Rajkot between India and England. India once again won the toss, once again put England into bat, once again got an early wicket, that of Phil Salt. But this time things changed up a little bit because Jos Buttler, the captain, and Ben Duckett with a really good partnership. It was looking really good for England right up till 8.5 because they were cruising. They were 83 for 1. It was a good partnership between the two. And then Chakravarti struck with the last ball of the ninth, getting captain Jos Buttler. And the bigger one was Akshar striking at the last ball of the 10th over and getting Ben Duckett, who had finished a half century. And suddenly things look very different in the space of 7 balls. England now 87 for 3. And India definitely kind of taking the momentum away, getting both set batters out.
Well, England will still be happy with this kind of effort. I think at 10 over mark, 87 for 3. Yeah. Yes, 1 wicket less would have been just ideal platform at the stage to launch for the last 10 overs. We've seen with England's approach, one thing they want to do is that be aggressive through and through. And I think with that kind of mindset, having 10 overs, 87 runs at this stage, they will fancy their chances still to get to 200.
Yeah, of course, for India's advantage now, there's 2 new batters that are there. The 2 new batters, one is Liam Livingstone, and the other, I can't see the other one clearly because there's a bit of smog, but it looks like Harry Brook. So yeah, he's there. But obviously, they're going to slow things down a little bit now because remember, the batting lineup is not very long. There's Jamie Smith, who was good in the previous innings. There is Jamie Overton. It looks like Brydon Cast may bat over Jamie Overton because he was their second highest scorer in the previous game. But yeah, at this point in time, both Harry Brook, Liam Livingstone, a little low on confidence. They haven't got runs in this series. So you may see them exercise a little bit of caution, given the fact that we thought this was a batting wicket. But the bounce is kind
on
of
the lower side, yeah. You've seen that with the pace bowlers as well. You've seen Hardik using those off-pace deliveries very early in the match. Batters also getting it on the bottom of the bats. Yeah. So that is something which was very evident, but yet didn't have too much of effect on the scoring rate. Ben Duckett was superb with his contribution. But on the whole, I think this partnership is going to be tricky. There's definitely an opening for the Indian bowlers right now to put the squeeze on. Maybe next 2 to 3 overs are going to be crucial one. If they can chip in with 1 more wicket, that will just set the back 10 pretty nicely for the Indian bowlers. Yeah. But if this phase is decent enough for England, then they'll fancy their chances to get to the total which they'll be happy with.
Let's have a look at what the Indian bowlers have done. The return of Mohammad Shami today. Mohammad Shami has bowled his 2 overs for 15. There was not much insult, injury or incident in those 2 overs. But what did you make of that? What did you make of the ball coming out of his hand, his run-up? His jump, what did you make of all of it?
Well, he's Mohammad Shami. You don't have to look too much into it. He was just superb. He'll be happy that he's ticking this box, getting back into the international scene. That is something which always brings in a little bit of nerves. Yeah. But he's an experienced campaigner, so he'll be happy with this outing. This pitch was not the ideal kind of a pitch for any fast bowler to come back. So we have to keep that also in mind. But nonetheless, it was a decent outing for him. Hardik was also superb, using those off-pace deliveries, chipping in with 1 wicket, bit on the expensive side. But I think, predominantly Indian bowling attack will be dependent on the spin trio and how they operate.
Quartet today.
Oh, yeah.
We've gone back to the late 70s with India playing with a spin quartet. Varun Chakravarti once again just spinning webs around England. And that wicket, though, I think I'm going to chalk that Jos Buttler wicket down more to Sanju Samson. I think his appeal, because there was a feather touch on Jos Buttler's glove. But the way Sanju Samson went up, I think even more than the bowler or any of the other fielders.
He was convinced, and he was in the right position as well. As you could see, it was the under edge under the glove, so it's not easy for the umpire to pick it up or Varun Chakravarti for that matter. But he was just in the right position. You could see from his reaction that he was convinced as he took that catch.
I just want to say that we were wrong even about the quartet, because Abhishek Sharma has also bowled an over. So it's 5 now. It's the spin Pandavs.
Too many options at captain's disposal.
It's just, it's all. It's still not a bit like that SA20 game that played a few days ago where 20 overs of spin was bowled, but India's getting pretty close to it. Your score prediction now, I know before the game you predicted that they would get 190 plus. Do you think that's still on the cards for them if they bat smartly?
If you just compare the last two T20s which we've seen so far and the approach of English batters, you would expect that they'll continue with that kind of approach here as well. It was the first 10 overs which were not so great for English team, but this one, this particular match, this innings, they've managed to do well. So I think they will fancy their chances to get to 190 plus.
Okay, so they keep their head down, bat smart. They could do that. Will they? Will they not? We'll come and discuss that on Cricket Live. That'll be at the end of this England batting effort. From ZK and GK, it's bye for now from the Combox.